the crux of the talk that I gave today, as you may have seen, is that India does not have a north-south problem. We have an east-west problem. Eastern India, by all socio-economic indicators, clearly lags behind the western half of India. Whether it's North India, West India or South India, Eastern India clearly lags behind. So if we want rapid development in India, Eastern India requires some special support. This is true of West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, that entire zone. So the first point that I was trying to make is that we should stop thinking of the north-south divide and think of the east-west divide. First point. The second point I was making is that all zones that have seen very rapid development have happened because of some network of high-growth urban hubs. So in southern India, it's the triangle between Bangalore, Hyderabad and Chennai. In western India, it is the Pune, Mumbai, Ahmedabad. And there are some other hubs in the middle also, Baroda and Surat and so on. In North India, it's basically the extended Delhi NCR. So not just Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, but also extending all the way through Jaipur on one side, to Chandigarh on the other side, and so on. So there are these webs of urban, high growth urban hubs which generate this growth. Now in Eastern India, if you want rapid growth, you need some similar thing to fire in Eastern India. So what will those hubs be? So if you look at existing hubs of today, Kolkata is clearly the biggest hub by some margin. I mean, you can do Bhubaneswar, you can have Patna, you can have Ranchi, but these are much, much smaller cities than Kolkata. So despite the fact that it has been the last 50 years, its relative position has declined, Kolkata is still Eastern India's best bet. And one of the points I was making is that while other hubs should invest into themselves, thinking of Kolkata as a high growth engine and investing and reviving it is not just important just for West Bengal or for Kolkata itself, but is an important ingredient into getting all of Eastern India growing faster. No. So first of all, we need to identify that this is an issue, and it's not just an issue about Kolkata or West Bengal. This is a national issue where eastern part of India is underperforming. And the key to getting eastern part of India growing fast again is Kolkata. This, first of all, I think not many people appreciate this. This is not a generalized problem for it's not a problem just for one city. It's a generalized problem for the eastern half of this country, because this would then feed through to, of course, Odisha, Jharkhand and Bihar, but even more further to Assam, to eastern UP. And so on. So the revival of Kolkata is absolutely critical, because in its zone, you have two major ports, Haldia and Kolkata itself. It still has a significant amount of industrial capacity in Howrah and the general area. It still has a major airport. It still has human capital institutions like IIT Kharagpur, which is not too far away. Kolkata itself has many great academic institutions. And so on and so forth. And of course, just the population cluster that is there. So, the point I'm making is that we need to begin to think about how to revive Kolkata in a very serious way as a national project, and not just it's not just about thinking of it as a Calcutta problem. So, of course, I would say Odisha has actually, on relative terms, done reasonably well. In the context of Eastern India. Of course, in the context of all of India, there are parts of the country that have done very well. But I think in the context of Eastern India, Odisha has been one of the better performing, has been probably the best performing state, if not the better performing states. People forget that something like 25 years ago, Odisha's per capita income was just half of the national average. Now it is 88% of national average. And remember, the national average is also going up. We are a high growth country. So after combining all the states, the national average is going up, and you have clawed your way up. So in that sense, Odisha has done well. In fact, Odisha today has a per capita income which is higher than that of West Bengal for the very first time. And it's much, much higher than that of, say, Bihar. Bihar is only 33% of the national average. So Odisha has done reasonably well. But yes, I mean, it is still lags behind the national average. But there are many things. Obviously, there is obviously the mining and the natural resource extraction part of the economy. But I think in the end, much of these resources should also be poured into creating more modern sectors. And of course, since I just talked about importance of urban hubs, in the context of Odisha, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack hub, if you combine it into one urban system, that is an important part of what we need to invest into, and it has to begin to have aspirations of being a big hub. So don't think about how 10-20% growth kind of thing. You got to aspire to be a great hub. You need and to begin to build the infrastructure needed for that. Similarly, eastern coast of India, it could be Odisha, but it could be one of the other states, but eastern coast of of India also needs a very big port to rival something like Vadhavan on our west coast. So we need to begin to think maybe Odisha can be host to a very large, world level port. So these are the kind of things. But what I'm trying to do here is to try and break people out of thinking in incremental terms and begin to think in step jumps. And so the poverty of aspiration should not be the thing holding us back. We should begin to aspire to, if we want to be Viksit Bharat and we want to be part of Viksit Bharat, then we have to aspire in that way.
जदि आपंक आम भिडी भल लगा तेब आम चैनल को लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करने को जमा भी भूलु नहीं।